Hello and welcome to What Are You Saying? #Ways, where we talk about topics in the news as it affects us all. I'm Nome Fanga and I'm joined by my amazing co-anchors this evening, Sandra Eze, Mira Bakare, and Issy Offadile. Hello ladies, how are you doing? How are you today, Full House?
Yes.
Maury's here.
Hi, I'm excited.
Actually,
Yes, we're excited to have you,
think-
Maury. It's been a while.
Yes.
This is the first time I'm seeing Maurice since the beginning of this year.
Oh
and
my
this is the first time
goodness.
I'm seeing Sandra. Is it? Oh no, this is the second time I'm seeing
Oh, okay, I
Sandra
would have
this
said it's
year.
a double reunion.
I think maybe like the first time you're seeing me since I traveled.
Oh,
Yes.
I think so. Yeah. And
Yes,
then Maury,
true.
since you came back after Pfizer,
That's like last year.
yeah, I haven't seen you up front.
That means
so
since
it's-
before
it's-
I left. So it's like
been-
almost
been a
2
Zoom
years.
affair.
Oh my goodness.
So it's great to see you again.
Excited to see you guys.
Absolutely.
It's
too.
funny how time really
Yeah,
flies.
this is like
It
1
does
year already.
fly.
That's wow.
It's just funny. Oh well, I'm grateful. Like in December, and first of December, in fact, by yesterday I didn't even have a voice. My voice was it's still a bit hoarse.
Croaky.
So let me ask you something. Does that happen to you? Like whenever Hamatan is around the corner, my voice is usually the first to sense it. And
I
then
don't-
there is flu, sore throat, all of it.
I don't even
It's not
need.
COVID,
I don't even need the dry season to come. Just once I smell that I'm going to go down with a
You're
cold.
going down.
My voice is gone. It's just terrible. But
Because Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, that was me. I was like sore throat, sniffing all over the place. I'm
oh
like,
my
So
god.
you guys can feel Hamatan? Because
yeah.
I don't
No,
feel
I'm always among the first set of
You
people
see
to
the way
sense
you
it.
see the way Maury and I are looking at each other. It's alien to us.
I can smell Hamatan from a distance. I'm like, Hamatan, welcome. And then 2 weeks later, others are like, oh, really? Is Hamatan
you.
season already?
Oh wow.
But I really look forward to when the dry season will kick in full swing in Lagos here, because I haven't seen that in several years. I haven't. All right, here's what we found as today's quote. Choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. This is by Confucius. So what do we think about this quote very quickly?
I think it is so true. I think it is so true. Like for me, one of the ways I gauge my interest, and how much I love a thing is when, how do I put it? I think I mixed up my words. But yeah, the more I love a thing, the more it doesn't feel like, well, the second it starts feeling like work, I'm like, yeah, something is wrong. Because I'm like very passionate. I go all in.
Yeah.
There is also a saying that if you wake up in the morning and you don't look forward to going to work, then that is not the right work for
Right.
you. That you need
Maury.
to
I think I get what the quote is trying to say,
Yes.
but I'm in love with my job, but sometimes it
That
still
is
feels
my
like
point.
a job.
A job,
So,
right?
I don't think it's literally. So
Yeah.
if you enjoy your job more than you complain about it, then okay. But it's not like
Precisely.
every day you're going to wake up, I love my job.
I love my job.
Sometimes
No, you don't feel
Honestly,
that
you
way
get
all the
overwhelmed
time.
Honestly, no, that's
For
me.
you,
That's
you feel
me.
like that all
I'm like
the time.
so energetic about work. Like, woo, work, I'm going to work. Yes, let's go.
That's not
Okay,
me.
but when it feels funny,
That's
it's when
dwindling,
it has
yeah.
changed, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying. So by the end of the year 2021, the GDP per capita in Nigeria is expected to reach about 2,300 USD. This growth is forecasted to reach up to 2,450 USD by the year 2022. It's no news that Nigerian citizens have been struggling with a higher than average unemployment rate for quite some time now. However, there are still high-paying jobs available throughout the country. It's our ladies' night out, and Sandra, Mariam, Issy, and I will be discussing the careers of the future. And when we open our phone lines, we would love to hear what you have to say. But first, let's take a break to see what we found in the news. You're still watching Ways, and it's according to International Labour Organization, more than 40 million people worldwide are victims of modern slavery. Although modern slavery is not defined in law, it is used as an umbrella term covering practices such as forced labor, debt bondage, forced marriage, human trafficking, and so on. Essentially, it refers to situations of exploitation that a person cannot refuse or leave because of threats, violence, coercion, deception, and abuse of power. The International Day of Abolishing of World Slavery is observed across the world on the 2nd of December each year. The day intends to raise awareness about slavery and to put an end to modern-day forms of slavery that exist in society. So, what do we think about the International Day for Abolition of Slavery? I quickly remember a situation that I read in the course of the week about a young lady, I think that was in Mexico that it happened,
Mexico.
where she was forced to get married, and that is the trend. Those are the situations they find themselves there, where your family cannot handle, family
Take care of you.
responsibilities or take care of you, then you're coerced into forced
Or
marriage.
sold.
And I think she was trying to escape or something, and she was caught, something like that. But there are different forms of slavery. In fact, in today's world, it's almost like a more refined way of putting people under slavery. I don't know what your thoughts are on this.
Yes, it's shocking that different forms of slavery, like you mentioned, does exist. And there is still the part where, like, if your father is owing my father and for some reason he's not able to pay up, all those things they practiced back in those days, it still happens. So if he's not able to pay up, then you have to give out your daughter or your son to serve as a payment for, not being able. That's a form of slavery. And then there's the one we see in Libya, in Mali, and people trying to escape. So it's sad.
Now,
It's very
I will
sad.
take it from the angle of, the corporate world, where we have individuals who, I don't want to call the sector or the vertical. I would rather put it like, these people go out there, get the monies, get the numbers, and are paid practically pittance. So it is another thing. That's another way of modern day slavery. You've gone to school, you are supposed to be well paid when you get a job, but at the end of the day, you're either paid 20,000 or 40,000, which is not easy enough.
You just have to.
So that's another form
be
of modern
subjected
day
to that.
slavery. And we've also seen situations whereby mobile or communications or networks happen to take individuals and they tell them, oh, beat the drum, dance for everybody, and get the numbers, sell the SIM cards and all that, for them to be able to get something. And for every SIM card you sell, you get a little token, and that is another way of modern day slavery. So it cuts across border,
I know.
and even individuals or ladies or children are sold into slavery in one way or the other.
True, very true.
Human
Especially in
trafficking.
the African context.
Human
Maureen,
trafficking.
what do you think about
Well,
it?
I'm going to come from the angle of deceitful slavery, with the ones where they tell you there's a job for you in Italy, you're going to work in so
Exactly.
days, and then you go, you realize that they're going to, probably trying to force you into prostitution or some sort of work
Absolutely.
that you do. It's everywhere, and it's more common than we think about
We
it.
actually
But
know.
thankfully, there's light now being shed on it more, so women are becoming, or people generally are becoming more aware. But I feel like
A lot more
definitely
can
do
be
better.
done.
Yes.
Well, I'm
Absolutely.
even happy that more voices are coming up to stand against modern day slavery,
Yes.
and believe that more and more people will jump on this, because this is a noble cause to champion. Basically.
Absolutely.
So what did we find in the news very quickly? Who will I start with? The person of the moment, Maureen.
Okay, that's okay. So mine is, I honestly like to bring good news, but this one is rather not good. So pastor kidnaps Catholic priest and then begs God for forgiveness.
Huh?
How you do yama and then you now come and put everything on God? But yeah, he's merciful, he'll forgive you. So the operatives of the Imo State Police Command have arrested one pastor, Izuchukwu Anoloba, who's 35 years, and others for kidnapping a Catholic priest, Fidelis Ekemba. Parading the suspects and others, the state commissioner of the police said that the suspect held the priest over 7 days for a ransom of 5 million naira. He also disclosed that the syndicate was a deadly one and that the pastor was arrested in Lagos following intelligence gathering by men of the anti-kidnapping unit of the command. So I guess we'll have to give the police people kudos for this one.
For this
When
one.
they don't do stuff, we query them. So Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Well
do
done.
better.
Well, at least when they try, they really do try.
Yeah, they
Sandy, what did you find in the news?
Okay, so me being a nature lover and yeah, basically a nature lover. I love wildlife. I love anything wildlife. So there is this story that I found, I think it was on CNN, one of their highlighted stories, about a new species of armored dinosaur discovered in Chile, and it has a weaponized tail not seen before in any dinosaur.
Wow.
Like, I don't know if you guys like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
I've
I
always
did
been in
watch
awe
every
of
single one of
I
them.
love it. I love it. So I've always been in awe. I've never seen a dinosaur, and they would say it existed 144 million years ago. And meanwhile, the Earth we know in existence, they say it's about 6,000 years ago.
Yeah.
So where did this dinosaur come from? I mean, there's a whole lot of arguments about it, which I would rather not bore you guys with it. But me myself, I've studied it, and they would say that most of them died with the flood, Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
You know. But anyway, I think it's just interesting that we discovered a new species with quite a dangerous tail, you know. So I mean, you can read up the story online, but just the fact that there are dinosaurs in existence, my goodness.
Look how excited you are.
I love animals.
Okay.
Wow.
Now we know.
The animals I love are the ones I eat.
We're on the same page.
Precisely. So,
Casey, what did you find in the news?
so I would borrow Murray's terminology, another nyama nyama story,
Oh, man.
which has to do with Nigerians react to Darwin College decision to deny the torture of bullying of a 12-year-old student. This is coming in from the Punch, and it says that the death of a 12-year-old student, Sylvester Oromoni of Darwin College, Lekki, Lagos, has sparked different reactions from Nigerians. And what is appalling about this is there is a game, a blame game currently going on between the school and the parents. You know, the school is saying that it's not our
That's not
fault.
what happened.
It's not our fault, and that the parents don't pick up the boy on time. But that's not the issue here. The issue is that so long as this child was in your care, you should have taken precautions to make sure that that child was safe till he was delivered to his parents.
Right.
And now this boy sustained some injuries when he was being bullied by his peers or a group of students, and the boy died. So
The
it
school
is
actually
a
said that
bad
it wasn't due
story.
to internal injuries that he died.
But
that-
was he
that-
bullied?
From their own
They said it
investigations.
was bullying.
He was
I mean, it was
bullied.
Yes, it was
alleged
bullying.
that he was bullied, but the
Yes.
school has refuted all allegations.
What do you
about
expect the
that.
school to say? That, oh yes,
Their
we
integrity
own-
is on the line.
Look, there is nobody will own up to it without, you know, having the facts actually laid out in front of them. So since we do not have the facts from the school and we do not have the facts from the autopsy performed on the boy, we would say that this is a developing story,
Yeah,
and
it
we'll
is.
actually take cognizance to, you know, follow up on the story. And I'll come back again if I do and give you feedback on it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's very unfortunate, and this is how a lot of people have found themselves in situations where they've lost their lives, and I really
And lost their
I
child.
really hope that they would really do something about it, investigate
Absolutely.
it properly to get to
Yeah.
the bottom. Well, my story is about, it's just a follow-up on the Omicron situation and the variants that came out. The African Center for Disease Control has allayed fears about the Omicron variant and saying that there's no need for panic. You know, a lot of people already
Thank you.
worried about the situation. So the story goes that the new variant was first reported at the World Health Organization by South Africa a week ago, but it has also the John Nkegasong, head of the African Centers for Disease Control, has come out to say that everything is under control. There's no need to panic, and they have what it takes to, that they have been preparing before now for a situation whereby there will be new variants in the
Right.
in the whole mix. So they had adequately prepared. So it's still an ongoing story as well. Let's see how far they will
They
come
go.
with this. All right, today our topic is careers of the future. So we'll go into this in depth right after the break. See you then.
Increase the reach of your events or business services. To advertise on Plus TV Africa, please call 0906 000 5719 or 0909 040 8408, or send an email to marketing@plustvafrica.com. Plus TV Africa. Big stories live here.
It is engagement we need to have.
Those who suffer miscarriages are never taken into account.
Members of the National Assembly are also influence peddlers.
You are sitting on Nigerians' money.
From the barbing, I pay my rent. From the barbing, I send my children to school.
A consultative engagement.
No any tangible notification before they ban us.
It's one thing for people to be at your back and the heat of the moment, and another thing for them to still be with you when push comes to shove.
I will do everything to take Lagos out of the national grid.
Thanks for staying with us. There is a good chance that you have been told to think about your future your entire life. You may have been told to think about where you want to go to school, what you want to study, and what career you want to have. This is especially true for secondary school students. The cost of living in Nigeria is considerably lower than it is in other parts of the world. It's 57.28% lower than the cost of living in all right. We are talking cost of living in the United States. For example, this ultimately influenced the career path of choice. We have had numerous cases of people with qualifications of specific field of study working in a completely different career path. This poses the question, when we think of careers of the future, especially in Nigeria, what comes to mind? High-paying job motivated by the need to survive, or jobs that were created out of necessity and saturation with passionate individuals? Please, let's hear what you have to say. Remember, you can join the conversation. Send us an SMS or WhatsApp to 0818-038-4663. We'll take a short, so we're discussing careers of the future. Now, ladies, what are your thoughts? When I saw this topic, it was quite interesting for me to think about, because now we see, I don't know if this has happened to you, but sometimes when you ask people, so what you do, and then they say something you've never heard before, and you're wondering, okay, what does this mean? Like, what will I use now? I'm maybe earth analyst, or something that it's not that you're a doctor or you are a nurse or you're an engineer, those normal job descriptions that we're used to. The times have actually changed, right? So what are your thoughts when you think about career of the future? What do you think that career is going to look like in the near future? Sanzi, I want to start with you.
Okay, well, in the near future, that's from 2021 onwards, at least this decade and onwards, one of the major career changes we're going to see is we're going to see more people like Maury taking the internet
stage,
space,
the limelight.
Yes, doing the skits,
the creatives,
getting us, the creatives. I mean, robots can't take over that space. It has to be a human doing that. So if you're in that field, you're safe and secure. Also, we're looking at analysts, be it an earth analyst, data analyst, business analyst. I mean, you can use robots or artificial intelligence to do that, but it's still not the human brain. So that is very much in demand. And there are a couple of them. Software engineering. We're seeing a lot of people. Yes, technology. We're seeing a lot of people move into the tech world. Remember, NSAS, part of the challenges was because we saw a large number of Nigerian youths move towards technology, and because the authorities cannot understand what is going on in this tech field, they just tagged everybody Yahoo. You know? So yeah,
what they do not understand, they mystify.
Yeah, so demystify it. You know. So yeah, with these few fields that I mentioned, we're definitely seeing a new career path. So I mean, medics is always important. You know. So yeah.
Okay, you see. What are your thoughts when it comes to career? I mean,
let me teachers too.
Okay, because my next question was going to be, if this is the direction, the trajectory that we're going to be seeing in the near future, what kind of jobs are going to be replaceable?
The jobs that are going to be replaceable, that's a tough one, but it's easy to understand because we have...
Is your job replaceable?
Oh, no. No. Let me start with this. The fact that we have individuals who believe that people cannot be replaced or are indispensable. No, there are people who are indispensable. Okay? So we have to look at people in the marketing space.
Okay.
Jobs in the marketing space already
social media has
taken over that.
Advertising.
So, advertising, you know, so that they have looked for other ways to actually do that. And the advent of COVID actually brought about a total major shift in the mindset of the corporate verticals.
So you see dynamism
there
now.
There are different dynamisms where they were trying to do their jobs from home and work from home. Now, some people who were supposed to be in the office doing the job, we have AI coming in, where we also have the cleaners, the drivers, there are different other
you have
skills.
Automated cars now that can move in some places.
That would take
have
over
robots that can clean houses.
That can clean houses, that can tend to your bidding without you even having to blink your eyes. So these are the types of jobs that will be taken over. But as a teacher in the education sector, we believe that no one whatsoever, no matter how the person believes that, oh, I'm going to have a robot teacher who can teach my children. After all, they are more intelligent, they're smarter. The moment they take
there
over
are courses, online courses. There are things that they record now.
Aside from that, but it's a
nice teacher. Some teachers don't care.
Artificial intelligence.
Nobody. They do. They do.
So I'm trying to
My
imagine
Yoruba teacher didn't care. She just came and ate donuts and
my biology teacher cared. My English teacher cared.
Well, my commerce teacher didn't care, but my Yoruba teacher didn't care.
Have actually changed, right? So there are different ways that they do these things.
So hold on, let me ask you a question. Now imagine artificial intelligence handling your child. Like, they may not even know their name, like number two.
They will know every detail about that child because it's imputed in their system.
Number 251. You did not submit your assignment.
That's the movies talking. That's the movies. But Maria, I want you to step in this. I mean, you are a social influencer. Let me put it that way.
I'm a content creator.
You're in the social space, and you're an influencer of sorts. So, how do you see your role or your career? How do you see it in the near future? Is it something that is here to stay as a creative? What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, definitely here to stay, because a lot of times people need coming from the influencer point of view now, you want to always buy something, you want to always go somewhere. I can count the amount of times that I've wanted to try a restaurant out. I'm like, nah. And then I see this influencer say, oh, I went to this restaurant and it's nice, so you should check it out.
And you say, so that word becomes bond.
Yes. So you're always going to be useful because people are looking up to you to try out stuff, to do, things. Even though it might take a little longer for people to accept you. Because I remember when I used to tell people, I'm a content creator. What do you do? I do video. So you just do video and post on Instagram. And
that means you don't have a job.
Is that your job? When you tell somebody you're a content creator, you often get, Okay, so apart from content creation,
what else do you do?
But you don't tell bankers, apart from banking, what else do you do? I get it all the time in my messages. You know how when you do this Insta story, ask me anything. Apart from content creator, what do you do? You now see content creators explaining, oh yeah, I do this, I do so that you feel inclusive. That's the only thing I do. Thank you.
And it's time consuming. You spend hours
it's
putting together your thoughts and then editing and shooting.
You're working round the clock, literally. If I don't post on Instagram on one day, I'm getting messages, oh, are you okay? Oh, what's going on? Oh, wow. And in my head, I'm like, I'm okay. I'm just... My life does not revolve around it. So it's like basically working 7 days a week. One day you go off, your DM is bombarded. So people literally are actually depending on you.
To always see you.
Yes.
It's interesting how careers have changed. I mean, gone are the days when then if you're playing football, like for the guys, that would be paid, and they'll say, what are you doing? You're supposed to be reading your books. You're supposed to be a doctor, this and that. Today, now parents are looking for their children to go into soccer.
They're motivating them
they're
to
telling
go
them
into it.
Their kids who a lot of what they do is that those who say they're gamers. That's a new one for me because I'm like, those days when you used to play games, they'll tell you,
it's like taboo.
Have you finished reading all your books? Have you finished all? But now that children, teenagers, preteens, who are going for all kinds of
tournaments,
international tournaments, for gaming.
Right.
Yes. In fact, they will tell you I'm a gamer, as in there's some who sample games and determine whether people should play it or not.
Another thing we should
and that is a job description.
Another thing we should also look at in the context of, job creation or the career for the future is about innovation, which you've just harped on. And innovation comes in different dimensions, and it's all about what you love to do. And Judge Judy said something a while back. She said that if you do not, if you find something to do and you enjoy doing that thing, find a way to make money out of that thing.
Right.
And with that, and that's so apt for me, because if you do not enjoy doing it and making money from it, then that means that you have not been innovative enough to do something or carve that niche for yourself in the space. And we also,
I honestly don't feel like you have to make money
out of everything that you do.
Because then you don't enjoy nothing. It now becomes making money off of it. You cook for somebody. You cook nice. You should really cook. What if I just want to?
I don't want to sell anything.
I'll tell you something.
It's all about your passion. Now, if you forgive me if I say, okay, you are broke, right? And if you being broke and you say, oh, I need money for this, I need money for that, but you enjoy cooking and you're making fantastic meals, you reel out beautiful meals from your kitchen, why won't you try to make something fantastic out of it?
Okay, that's another angle.
And earn a living out of it.
Coming from the broke angle is a good angle.
We are looking at it from the perspective of having a job.
Right.
Ladies,
I'll tell you take it easy. One hold that.
It's ladies' night.
Hold that. I know it's ladies' night, but let our viewers know that the phone lines are now open, so you can call us if you have a comment, you want to share your thoughts about our topic, careers of the future. What do they look like, and how do we begin to prepare ourselves to position for the future, to be relevant for the future? Now, we were discussing, and I remember an ad that JJ Okocha, I hear every now and then. JJ Okocha says, he says that, I'm not an actor. I don't read scripts. I'm a soccer player. I play football. That's what I do. I mean, it's an ad. He had to act a little script, but he also had to infuse himself in that ad to see that this is who I am. He didn't have to be an actor to do what he did. He just had to be JJ Okocha, the footballer, right? So I'm just saying that careers have been redefined. It's no longer that rigid atmosphere where if it's not in a certain way, now it's metamorphosed into all sorts of things. And innovation, like you rightly said, it's in the mix. A lot of creativity is there. A lot of understanding the needs of the times.
Right.
is
That's
there.
important. That's
You
very
know,
important.
a lot of strategy is there. So people are now deciding that, and then a lot of personality is also there. So your personality can also attract certain things to you. You're just endeared to do certain things because of who you are, and it comes natural with who you are. I don't know if
you know, the funny thing is, it's that you made such a valid point right now, starting with people's skill. There are people who make money off of just understanding people, just having good people skill.
Psychology.
Yeah, psychiatry, psychology, all of that, dealing with the mind. That's a good career path right now. And then there's another one about, there was something you said, EC, that I wanted to say before you had to come in, Norma, about making a living from things that you love. So I love knitting, for instance, and you tell me to go and make a living from knitting.
You go broke.
No, it's not about going broke. The thing is, there are certain things I enjoy doing that the second it becomes a money-making venture, I get tired of it. You know, because I remember
Sanzi? Hold that thought. Let's go on a quick break. We'll be right back.
This Medan has been directed to empower 1,000 persons with disabilities in each state in the next 12 months.
We now start hearing the shoot of gun.
Whatever I've done.
Every public policy has winners and losers, and some will not be very happy with you, while others, usually the silent majority, will be quite happy.
Welcome back. Our phone line is now open, so please call us on 0702 500 7749, or you can WhatsApp us on 0818 03 84663. Right. So Sandy, you were saying something.
Yeah, I was saying something about
went on the break.
Yes, I was saying something about knitting, and the fact that I picked up a job at some point to just knit for someone. The girl was like, "Oh, this is so amazing! I'll pay you, just knit it." And after 3 hours, I was like, "Yeah, I'm done." I had to pack her yarn and everything. I said, "You know what? I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I really can't," because the fun was just out of it for me. So the thing is, you love doing something, yes, but does it solve a need? That's another view to it. If it solves a need, because for instance, if I like jumping up and down, does jumping up and down solve a need for someone? But if for some reason I find out that, okay, doing this entertains you, or doing this does this, then that's, you can pursue it and make money out of it.
All right.
Yeah.
We have Franca from Lagos. Franca, welcome to the show. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right. So what are your thoughts?
Your discussion on this future career.
Yes, careers for the future.
Let me tell you something, the career future, sorry. There is something that is happening now. You might have your business running in your home, but people around you are all over you, envying you, trying to destroy that your business. So how can you go about it?
Franca, do you have, what's your career now, for example? And do you think that it is designed for the future?
I'm a businesswoman for now.
You're a businesswoman. What kind of business do you do?
Okay, I sell foodstuff.
You sell foodstuff, okay.
Yeah.
Do you think it's sustainable for the future? Or are you thinking of evolving what you do?
It's okay. It's okay for the future for now.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Franca, for your contribution.
Okay.
You know, another thing is, most times, sorry, you see, a lot of jobs that we look down on are going to be so relevant in the future. Like traders,
in the UK,
look at COVID.
in the UK, they were looking for people. There was some description about
For
the kind of
hand
people that we're
skill or
looking for, hand
something.
skills for taking, you know,
Plumbers,
this
More like
seeming
blue-collar jobs,
this
not the
condescending
white-collar jobs, actually.
Cleaners, yeah.
They need a cleaner. So, I mean, there are some jobs that you would still need or still have relevance. Let me put it that way. Yeah.
It like you stated earlier, it depends on the clime. So in Nigeria, for example, if I can do my cleaning myself, why will I need a cleaner?
Right.
So it depends on
COVID,
the clime.
COVID taught us
Taught us a lot of things.
There is nanny too. Being a nanny is another very lucrative job. If you're going to be an honest nanny. Yeah?
In the overseas or here?
Not here.
Here too.
Huh? No.
Here, I think
both abroad and here.
People have agencies for nanny.
Oh, definitely.
Isn't it? Yeah, they do.
They
so
have,
you get paid from
agencies,
but it's
how
the
much
agency that's making the money.
Is it lucrative for the nanny?
Is it not the same?
itself?
Is it not in a business field? Is it not the people at the top that are making
Well,
money?
let's look at another thing.
So you should aim at being at the top.
The first time I heard the word aeronautic engineer was from my student. Everybody in class stated, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be this, I want to be that. But not one person said aeronautic engineer. Today, the young boy...
That's the space also.
Yes, it has to do with being an engineer, fixing planes and handling planes.
That's a different engineering.
That is a total different spectrum, a different field entirely. And believe me, that's another lucrative space for individuals to, tap into. And when this young boy said this word to me, I had to start thinking, oh, planes, okay. So he was making sense. Today, he's doing that. Now, I can tell you, unless they stop flying planes, or
which is not going to happen.
Which is not going to happen anytime soon, will that young boy be out of a job? So let's also look at things like that and, work with, grooming individuals or children towards that space.
Maury, you have mixed thoughts about that.
No. I was flowing until she said, would that boy not have a job? Is he in Nigeria?
If he's in Nigeria, he'll be broke.
No.
Because it's
not necessarily broke.
For now, because some of the career choices are yet to be recognized here in Nigeria.
It's not even about
there are a lot of
being
jobless
in
engineers that studied
Nigeria. He's not in Nigeria. He's in the US right now.
Then I'm with you.
Yes.
That was the only place that threw me off.
Yes, that's why I stated that for whatever reason. I'm not talking about it based on a climb. I'm looking at it globally.
Yes, okay.
So it's not about this.
Here,
this part of the world. Africa. Let's not talk about Africa.
Okay, good.
Well, Africa is still a developing continent, right?
Absolutely.
So until the needs arise, basically, I think
the need has already risen, but
we do
not give it cognizance.
Okay, so let me even ask this question: is Africa slow to meeting up with the expectations globally? Okay, we have Peter on the line. Peter, are you with us?
Yes, I'm with you. Hello?
All right. Peter from Gombe, good to have you. What are your thoughts,
Thank you very much. My thoughts towards your discussion is that I want to confirm if truly Nigerian situation can give somebody what he truly wants in job career. Because let me use example like JAM. You are prepared, you want to be a doctor, but when the JAM result comes out, it will not even favor you. And even if the result comes out after the university system, you will not be able to get a good job.
Okay.
So I want to know if truly the Nigerian situation favors the
career choices for the future. All right, thank you so much, Peter, for your contribution. Peter raised a very valid point. And that was where I was going to. Is Africa positioning to encourage and to help its citizens
to pursue their passions
is Africa creating that environment to be able to allow people thrive in the different career paths that they're choosing as a position for the future?
I would say that Africa generally, because of the society and the mindsets, puts a limiting hold on you. It pegs you at a certain place. So if you're going to grow beyond that, you're going to, first of all, remove that mindset of Africa is holding me back and realize that you are the one holding yourself back.
Okay.
So if you're not able to break that glass ceiling over your head, then you're going to keep being limited by Nigeria, and then after Nigeria, Africa, and then the world.
So from what you're saying, it's really about the people.
It's about the person.
Okay.
You can start from wherever you are. I mean, I don't want to go motivational, but really, it's always about you. We acknowledge the limitations, it is there. But then many have crossed that river, so follow the path. Right?
Maureen, what are your thoughts?
I don't know, I kind of feel somehow about it because if we see people grinding, like working hard every day, and
But
you
working
move a
hard
step,
and working smart.
boss, you move a step,
and they pull you 5 steps backwards.
Like, it's not everybody that has the tenacity to. I don't have to suffer or struggle before I mean, that's what people are doing. So I don't like that we try to make it seem like it's okay. Yeah, do the work. Yeah, suffer. Yeah, that's not healthy. By the time you are now ready to reap the fruits of your labor, you are weak from
all of
a
the
back
struggle
that has worked. You know, so you're just
hard.
You're not taking care of yourself instead. So I don't think that is healthy. I think that the Africa as a continent can do better. You know, and they definitely are holding people back. Yes.
You wanted to say something.
100%. We every day we come here. We with Maury, of course.
We're grinding.
Every second we grind, and we keep coming back to something which we tell the business. In the business space, they keep saying something about the government's policy. The government's
policies are not helping people to...
Not being easy for individuals to understand, because 1 minute is like this, and it's so volatile. You don't know what they come up with next that, you know, frustrates the business space. So, yes, Africa and Nigeria in particular does have a limited hold on, or actually helps the individual to be limited in their thinking, in their dispensation, in everything that they do, and their mindset. But it takes innovation. Okay, so that's where I'll come to Sanzi's point of view. It takes innovation for you to look beyond what is being meted out on you, to rise above it. Look, we all face challenges in one way or the other, but the key thing is, whatever career path you're going to pick, whether you're a doctor, whatever you decide to do, you will face challenges in the course of it. So now it's for you to be able to rise above that challenge you find yourself faced with. Fear is imminent, it's normal. But you rising above that fear of whatever is in front of you is what makes you, you. So yes, the society,
I mean,
the society does hold you back. Nigeria does hold you back. Africa does hold you back.
Brain drain.
Brain drain. Look at what happened with the doctors.
The confines of Africa to be able to go to places where some of the career is being recognized.
That's innovation.
In dire need of.
That's innovation.
To be able to
so you think
thrive.
For yourself.
To be able to thrive.
Okay, to re-strategize, right? But the point, listen, for you to even re-strategize and say, okay, I'm traveling out of the country for this period of time to do this, to educate myself, to invest in this, to acquire knowledge, to build this, and then come back and invest. That is still part of the movement. Right, so if you feel like this place is holding back your mindset, you need exposure. Go outside and get good exposure.
Easy as well to go outside.
That's what I'm saying. If you can afford to go outside and study. I want to go outside and study right now. I cannot afford it. So what do? I take advantage of Google. I take advantage of YouTube. I take advantage of following people who have achieved the path on Instagram and all that. And I'm taking the path. So eventually, when I build myself to a certain level, it's only a matter of time before that door opens for me.
So it's still back to the people.
Back to the person.
Maury, what are your thoughts? Maury's not here with us.
I mean, I get where Isi and Sanzi are coming from.
I took 2 dimensions actually.
Yes, Isi, you were talking about challenges as a doctor, you know, every profession. If I'm a doctor, The only challenges I maybe want to face is the challenges that naturally comes with being a doctor. Oh, there's maybe a new cure. Do I cut the head first so that the patient doesn't die? That's the challenge. That's a big challenge
Life is not in
for
white and
doctors.
black, Maury.
No. Like there's the professional challenges. You know, the innovation in the workplace. Let's innovate this drug so that it makes this person better. That alone is already a headache. But if the government is adding to your headache, that's where you will see that somebody forgets something inside somebody's ear. Because
the government,
when you go home, is another problem.
Because government did not
like,
come up with.
If you're incompetent, you're incompetent.
Ways to support you, then you forget scissors in somebody's head.
No.
Teacher,
it was an example.
That's a wrong.
It was an example. I'm just saying, if the atmosphere was more conducive, people would have more time to think.
There'll be less stress.
I understand where you're coming from,
and more productivity.
Yes. So maybe the example was a belief.
That's extreme.
Don't forget scissors in anybody's ears and say it's me, please. That was not what I meant. But you guys get where I'm coming from.
Absolutely.
Yes, we do get what. I don't know if anyone has comments.
So while we're checking for comments, I went on to research some of the. Oh dear, my lashes. In my eye.
Sorry.
Pardon me, guys. Thank you. So I went on to research
challenges.
Somebody needs to find a way to handle long lashes, long natural lashes. Okay, so I went on to research some of the most fun jobs in the world, and number one is video game creators.
Okay.
Right, and then the second is fashion consultants. Then we have radio announcers, event planners, race car instructors. Sorry, I'm really tearing up.
It's okay.
Pet groomers, writers, novelists, food critic, voiceover artists.
Sorry.
My really bad.
I also did my own research in the digital space, and what I came up with the data analyst, the data scientist, cloud computing, cyber crime, cybersecurity, blockchain developer, and digital marketing. Like I said, that digital marketing will be. Then we also have software developers. These are the spaces that will be taken over in the digital space.
Let me read this comment from Ade. Ade, thank you for your comment. It says, good evening, ladies. Health sector and social housing are lucrative careers for the future. These sectors need manpower, not robots, to activate the services. So it's just in addition to some of the career path that people might consider for the future.
Absolutely.
Yes, Maury, you were saying something?
No, I don't have a comment. I just want to chip in to say I definitely didn't get the memo because you say you research. I'm just like, okay, you need to we need to do better, girl.
Career shoppers. So I too went online just to look around, shop around, and see what are the fun things I would see. But the interesting thing I saw was career, what they call it, shoppers. As little as, I don't know. In fact, I saw an ad the other day, and it had this young man said, okay, that they have an app where you can just point, oh, I want this amount of tomatoes, I want this, I want that, and that, compute, and you pay in, and they deliver. So you don't have to go to the market, you don't have to go through the stress of shopping. And there are people who shop, online shoppers, they just pick up your list or the things that you want, maybe fashion, clothes. You mentioned fashion, so I said personal shoppers, they go pick up your clothes and then you pay for the services. So now more of the future career that we're seeing would be people oriented. It has a human angle. So those ones that are sustainable, those ones that are irreplaceable are most likely the ones that have human angle to them. Those ones that have high skills, management skills, emotional intelligence specialized skills, social skills. So those ones cannot be replaced. Like being a teacher, for example. So I agree with you in that part.
Even being in media, because no matter what happens,
robots can't read the news.
Robots can't have a conversation.
Robots
like
can
at least they haven't created that one. Robots can, they have to be programmed, unlike an individual thinking for themselves. Like, I don't know what you're thinking, you don't know what I'm thinking. Do you understand? So out of the specialty of my brain, I'm bringing out thoughts and telling you this is what is going on in here. Robots can't do that, So media, definitely.
And with that, I will buttress the fact that, you know, communication skills is also crucial.
Oh, sure.
It's crucial.
Definitely.
It can never,
in fact,
ever
now,
be.
more than ever, people are looking for those who have social skills. Even at work, it's a high criteria.
Absolutely.
When you are applying for jobs, they want to know how can you manage people? How can you communicate
effectively? The soft
effectively?
skills are crucial.
Very key. Maureen, I think you wanted to say something.
I was just going to add to what Sanzi was saying and say that just even the entertainment industry in general.
Absolutely.
Because robots can do movies, they can do songs, and all that. So there's also that one.
Yeah, I think those that will have original ideas, original content will also will be seeing them in the future of career globally, because you cannot replace an original idea.
No,
exactly.
You can't.
Yeah,
it's just like, you know, when she talked about songs, that actually resonated with me because of the fact that David O decided to, you know, sing his song and go into the music space instead of actually going to school. I think that was shared in the platform when they talked about
go
it.
to school?
No, he said
he opted to do
while
music.
He was going to school, he
opted to do music full time, you know, and that actually made his dad come after him with the police. So imagine if there had been no music. What would we have
David O be today?
David O. Yeah. So I think that's crucial for us to also consider that music can never be replaced.
Right.
And
very true.
Athletics too. I remember my brother back in the days. He was so into basketball.
Your brother is
my younger brother. Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So he was so into basketball, and then my uncle. We were with my uncle. I grew up with my uncle then.
Okay.
He would stop him, say, "You can't go to basketball. Go to class, read your books," and then he stopped for a season. And then after a while, he just picked it up like, okay, let's just do this and just get on with it. And eventually, that's what basketball took him to the US, put him on scholarship through high school, university, and now masters.
Wow.
So he's like a player?
Yeah, well, we are waiting NFL. Do you have a comment? Wow.
Yes, I
Can you imagine?
Drafting season.
Oh, yay. So let's read your comments very quickly.
Okay,
it's
my
so
comment goes thus. Good day to all the ladies at Ways. Your program is quite educative. It's indeed an enlightenment program. Excuse me. It's indeed an enlightenment program. Please, I would like to specifically speak with Uti Elu. Oh my goodness. Kindly link me up with her. Thanks. Omo Ekpo Michael. Noted, you will be.
I hope it's concerning career path for the future.
Yes.
All right, this says, you ladies are amazing and always on point in your topics. Thank you. It is really informative, educative, and perfect. Yeah. Welcome to the month of greatness to all of you at Ways. God bless all of you. I always watch Plus TV because of your program. That's Bobby Kennedy from Jalingo, Taraba State.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Maureen, do you have a comment?
No, because somebody at the back doesn't like me. Because why would I have a comment?
Don't mind them. Don't mind them.
Such a clown. My goodness.
So I think really, as we wrap up, that basically for career for the future, it's important for people to know that to be relevant in the future, especially as career path is concerned, you have to learn to reinvent yourself. Right. The times have changed.
Absolutely.
The seasons are different. So you have to be able to position yourself to continue to remain relevant, because basically anyone whose mind is not transformed, back to what you were saying, Sanzi, will be obsolete at the end of the day. Absolutely. Yeah. And then for those who need some of the things that they need to pay attention to, those who are seeking for career in the future, because a lot of young people say, I don't have a job, I don't know what to do.
Exactly.
So some things you have to pay attention to is listen to your heart. What can you do? What do you naturally do? That could be a starting point. Then looking out for opportunities. On social media now, people are advertising. There are different things that when you begin to even talk about basically what you want, you find out that options will begin to show up. There's Google. There's Google for you to also share. And then become savvy. Being able
Tech
to...
savvy is crucial.
In add-on things. I mean, you may not be a professional digital person, but at least have an idea. It was in COVID season that I learned how to use the app I said the app
COVID app.
The app Canva.
Yes.
And I found out that I started doing better with my advertisements, my social media posts, and all of that. It became more professional. And more as I explore, I see that I get better with each passing day. So, do we have final thoughts as we wrap up?
I think for you to have a career path, you have to be deliberate, you have to be intentional, and you have to have a goal. What do you want to achieve in this career path?
Absolutely.
So it's essential.
Sanzi.
Right. So for me, if you discover your talent and whatever you have to do, you love doing, don't just do it, refine it, make sure that it is marketable. That way people can buy into it.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. Maury.
Well, I feel like in as much as we're expected to love what we do, sometimes if your body says, take a break, take a break.
Please do.
And enjoy Maureen's updates on Instagram.
Yes.
All right. So before we go, do ensure you follow us on Instagram at PlusTvAfrica. You can interact with us further, drop a comment, and most importantly, we have started our giveaway just to say thank you for watching and believing in the Ways brand and for following the conversation. So follow us on Instagram now at PlusTvAfrica to see all the goodies up for grabs. Remember to like, share, comment, invite your friends and family to watch us and follow us as well. So if you missed today's quote, here it is again. Choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. See you tomorrow at 8 p.m. as we bring another great conversation to your screen. Bye for now.
Bye for now.
The disbursement of the Davido 250 million naira orphanage support fund has commenced. Only government-approved orphanages qualify to register via the link on your screen. Registration opens at 11:59 p.m. on Monday, the 29th of November, 2021. Registration closes at 11:59 p.m. on Thursday, the 2nd of December, 2021. For more information, please contact davido.orphanage donation